So my name is Peter Martin. I am a store manager. I run a Walgreens store here in Lowell. It's actually the one on Middlesex Street. And I have run a store for a long time, and I've hired a lot of people, and I've worked with a lot of kids who are looking for jobs, and I've conducted a lot of interviews, and I've also worked with a lot of kids both in the high school setting and just sort of out in the community. And I sort of end up seeing a lot of similarities out there in terms of what a lot of you guys maybe don't understand about the interview process, or maybe you don't understand about what it means to go look for a job. And so I've done a lot of work talking to kids and kind of reaching out to say, like, hey, I think this might be some things that you're not understanding about the process. Because on my end, when I'm doing the interviews and I have people coming in and doing applications, I keep seeing a lot of the same mistakes over and over again. So what I want to do real quick is just kind of invite you to kind of put yourself in my shoes. As an employer, I'm looking for someone to work in my store, and I'm going to talk about that for a minute. And then we're going to kind of say, okay, now that you understand where I'm coming from, let's talk about how that might translate into a great strategy for you to get the best job that you can where you're at right now. So let's just imagine what it's like to be me. I've got 25 people working for me, and I'm always trying to have the best people. I always want the best people working for me, because the better the people are, the better my business is going to run, the happier my customers are going to be, the more money they're going to spend in my store, the better staffed my store is going to be, the more smooth things are going to run. I'm going to sleep better at night, right? I want a great running store, so I'm always looking for those A-plus people. The B-plus people are cool. The B people, they're nice, I like them, but I'm always really looking for those A-plus people. Because when I find A-plus people, my store runs A-plus, and that makes me very happy, and that makes my boss very happy. So what is A-plus people? What does that mean? These are the people that they're always on time. They don't come to work with a lot of drama. They're not coming to work with problems outside. We all have problems outside work, but these are the people that are able to kind of keep their problems outside work outside. When they come to work, they're ready to work. They're wearing the uniform, they're excited, they're enthusiastic. I don't ask them to do a project and they're like, ugh, I hate doing that. They're really into doing whatever it is that I'm asking them to do. That's what an A-plus person is. They're great with customers. They don't talk back to customers. They've got a lot of energy. They've got, Maureen was talking earlier about this, and Charlene was too, just about how important, really caring and really giving yourself it is on our end. So if that's what I'm looking for, let's talk about how in the job interview process, how does that translate into what I'm looking for? And here's kind of what I think a lot of kids are missing. They don't understand that the whole job interview process, we're combing, we're looking, we're trying to sniff things out to see if you're an A-plus person. So my message to you is, if you don't have a job and you're looking for a job, you have a job. Your job is your job search. You have to look at it as a job. You are full-time looking for a job. That's how you have to look at it. If you think, well, I filled out an application, I put it in, and I haven't heard back, so I guess it's a hard job market out there. It's hard for me to get a job. That's it. Guess what that says to me? That says to me that you're not a hard worker. What happens when somebody comes in and they fill out an application and they're wearing jeans with holes in them, and their hair's all messy, and they're just, they're kind of slouching, they're like, hey, can I have an application? What that says to me is, when they come on board with me, they're going to be like, hey, I just don't feel very good today. And therefore, that's not what I want. I'm looking for someone to behave during the job search process the same way that I want them to behave, that A+. So let's talk about, what does this mean? It means that when you're looking for a job, you want to be high energy, enthusiastic, determined. You want to have I'm going for it and I'm going to get it attitude. Mel earlier said, Mel's a manager at Burger King. He said, the people that stick out to me are the people that come up to me and they say, I want to work for you. And that's how it works for me too. I don't care whether you're looking for a minimum wage, entry-level job, or whether you're looking for a high-paying, highly skilled job. Confidence and enthusiasm and determination are usually the distinguishing factors. So if you're looking for a job now, what you need to do is you need to understand that everything you do reflects on how we perceive you. So that means that when you do fill out an application, you fill it out well, you come in dressed for success. If you're a guy, you wear a tie. If you're a girl, you dress up. You look perfect. You're determined, and you're really communicating, this is how I work. You can tell what a great worker I am because I'm working so hard at this job application process. Sometimes I get this, yeah, I was just calling to check on the status of my application. Filled out an application 2 weeks ago and haven't heard from you. And you know what that says to me? That says to me you're not a hard worker. What I would recommend is every place that you fill out an application, you go in person, dressed for success, and you walk in and you ask to talk to that hiring manager. And if they say that they're too busy, then cool, you come back the next day, you come back 2 days later, and you ask again. And when you get in front of that hiring manager, you say, hello, I really want to work here. You give them a nice firm handshake and you look them right in the eye, and probably they're going to say, well, you know, we're really not hiring right now, I'm not interviewing. And you say, okay, that's cool. And you walk out and you're undetermined, or you're totally determined, and you do that again at the next place. And then you swing back a few days later and you go back to that hiring manager and you do it again and again and again. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the kind of determination that people like us are looking for. Because if somebody is that determined and that enthusiastic and that confident and that good with people, then what's going to happen when I bring them on board? Are they A+ people? They're A+ people. Those are the people that I'm looking for, that I'm going to bring on board. So I hope that maybe that kind of gives you sort of a bird's eye view of the kind of excellence we're looking for. There's so much that I could say about that, but you know, that's sort of my take on this whole thing. There's a job fair coming up, right?
And it is. It is going to be held at Lowell High School. It is welcome to all high school students. So if you're from Drake, Tewksbury, Lowell High School, the Greater Lowell Vocational School, you're all welcome to come. It will be held at Lowell High School's cafeteria from 3 to 5.
Great. We hope to see you there. If you're an employer or a hiring manager and you're interested in being a part of the job fair, it's a great opportunity to meet a lot of kids who are looking for work. Please contact Beatrice Sierra at 978-805-4813. Thanks a lot, everybody, and I hope to see you there.
Good luck.